Hello and welcome to Saber Outdoors. I, of course, am your wonderful host, Mark Alexander, and today we are in the oh god, Muhlenberg. That's right, guys. We are not in my usual neck of the woods. We are actually in a different part of Kentucky, and we are here to see many wonderful things. We are at Lake Malone State Park. We're going to see, well, some very odd looking individuals, but it's okay. It's okay, guys. We'll get back to fishing, we'll get back to hunting, we'll get back to trapping and adventuring and camping, but this is part of it. You go to different places, you see different things. So we're gonna see what there is at Lake Malone. We're gonna see if we see any wildlife, what the attractions are, all that stuff. So we'll see what we can see right now. I'm just gonna film along and see if we see anything. Of course, we are coming by the park office now.
There be one.
And we've already found our first deer, which you all might not be able to see terribly well.
There's one of them American black crows.
Hey, the American black crow.
What was it, Arlington?
Yeah, she just noticed that we was looking at her. But we're gonna go over this way to the big twigs. We're gonna go see what those look like. I wonder, oh, there's two more deer.
Yeah.
A couple more in front of us. One baby. There they are, just doing deer things. Living their best life. They're just right. I know Billy would like to have one or both. The bigger one? That's a surprise. You usually like a young one. Don't you snort at me or I'll come out after you. Well, let's move on, leave them do deer things. Well, guys, we have our first big twig. And boy, he is big. He's probably 18, 20 feet tall. But this one's called Oakley Malone. Like many of the oak trees that fill the park, Oakley stands tall and strong. He loves going on hikes to hear birds sing, to see animals, and you can read the rest if you want to. But as for me, like, guys, let me just let me stand my stick. Like, I can't even hardly get him in the shot. He's so huge. Like, me standing next to him, I still can't get him in shot. I'm gonna have to walk another step or two forward. It's crazy how big these things are. But yeah, like, he's like, I'm standing here next to him, and I only come up to his fingers. Now, let me back up, get away from him. And you see, he's still got a lot of himself there. But guys, there's little seating areas if you want to sit down and, I guess, admire Oakley. But we're gonna move along. We're gonna move along, that way others can enjoy Oakley Malone. Well, guys, we're gonna go on a quick trek down under the hill. There's other people here, of course. It's a park. Why would they not be here? But, guys, you know, if you didn't know that there was a 20-foot statue down under the hill, you would think that it was just more trees. But there's a nice beaten path now. In the old days, it was just me and the fish down here, but we're gonna walk down here and see what we can see. You can kind of see him there. He's kind of got a angelic glow down that way with the light coming off of the water. There, you can start to see him, but he's still, I mean, I can of course see him in the, in the real world, but on camera you sure can't see him hardly. Now he's starting to come in focus. Now, the reason that he's down here is there's a reasonably good big flat rock that lots of people used to fish off of. But this is Bobber Malone. Now, it says on his, meet Bobber. He loves to fish here at Lake Malone. He catches bluegill, catfish, bass, and more. He enjoys watching the boats pass and listening to the frogs croak. Have you been fishing lately? You know I have. But guys, let's look around. We got a picnic table, trash can, 1, 2, 3 places to sit. But old Bobber's a pretty nice little outfit right here. He's sitting there with his bobber, and I'm about to stumble and fall because I'm looking at the camera, not what I'm doing. Now guys, this bobber, it is up almost, I think that's probably 7 feet tall, but it's hung on a big chain, so you don't have to worry about it falling off. But you can see me, I'm sitting even with his knee right there. So if I come off of him, you can kind of get an idea. I'm average height man, I'm 5'11"-ish, depending on what pair of shoes I'm wearing. But he's probably 12 feet tall and himself is sitting. But here's the area that he's over. They have cleaned it some, but you can see it's a beautiful outlook. Beautiful area, and they cleaned it up really nice. So this might be an area we may sometime in the future come here to camp and picnic. But for today, guys, I'm gonna head back up the hill. I'm gonna spare you from the huffing and puffing and general being overweight and out of shapeness that's about to happen. So we'll see you in a minute. All right, guys, I'm sticking this stick out the other side. Down at the clubhouse where we are, there is a full map that tells you where all the twigs are at. So if you come to Lake Malone to see the twigs, you'll be able to come see this map and be able to find all the twigs. But we're gonna go on and see if we can find some more twigs. It's really nice here now. For a long time, the park got to be where it was overgrown and underloved, but looks like somebody's been putting in some serious work, and I'd like to make sure they understand I appreciate it. So this is Paige Malone. Let me get down a little lower. Reading is Paige's favorite thing to do. She says it takes her to many places and teaches her so many things. Books can take you on many adventures, just like your adventures at Lake Malone. Now, let's get a eyeball view. Now, Paige ain't like the rest of them. You can see I cover up Paige. I'm actually almost as tall as the tallest part on Paige, but you can see her book right there. She's got her butterfly, and there's a really good up close look at the face of one of these, because it is large. But you can see she laid out feet out. But this is one of the newer ones that they've put in, so I wonder how long the paint's gonna last. But it's really neat looking. But there are more twigs to go look at. All right, guys. Annette? I don't really know how to say that one. But Annette Malone. There are so many things to see at Lake Malone. Annette loves the lovely butterflies. And I'll let you read the rest of it if you feel like. Let's go look at this one. So, got a big, looks like made out of steel, a net and a butterfly. Now, this one again is tall, so I come up to about the fist of this one, so you can kind of get an idea of just how tall that is, because the fist is about even with her waist, and it's a pretty tall little outfit. But guys, I think I am going to make my way to the last twig we're going to look at today. Guys, we're coming up on our last twig that I'm going to go see today. Now, there is one more twig that is down on a trail. You have to walk from what I understand is a mile back. And no, I ain't doing that. But this is Watson Malone. Let's read what it says on his. It says, he loves the light that the fireflies bring to the darkness in the beautiful woods of Lake Malone. He loves dreaming under the moon and stars. He enjoys sharing it with his friends. Now, guys, I think he's the biggest one of these things, because let's go get a size comparison. So I'm going to walk up next to him. We'll get some kind of size comparison. On me, you can see I'm about that on him. So he's probably sitting down 12 feet tall. So I'm glad he ain't standing up. I might be afraid. But you can see he's holding a glass jar right there. And I guess it's supposed to be full of fireflies. I think at some point it's going to end up being full of bees, or waspers. But today it's just got some lights in it. I guess it lights up at night. But guys, that's our last twig, so I'm gonna go elsewhere. All right, guys, so we have been around. We saw 5 twigs. Now, guys, there is a 6th twig, but he is like a mile back in the woods. Not doing that whatsoever. So, guys, we saw let me think, Oakley, Bobber. I don't remember the 2 girls' names. You know, my brain just blanked. I don't remember more of their names than I do remember. But guys, don't worry about it, because it's in the video. But guys, I hope you enjoyed this kind of different video. It's wintertime. It's hard to get content going. So we're going to do more exploring. If you want to bring your children to this kind of place, if you want to bring them here, they have camping, they have RVs, they have fishing. Lake Malone is a great crappie fishery. They've got decent bass fishing, cat fishing. You can go do all those things. There's a beach to go swim at if you want to do that. There's a small spillway if you want something that's not quite so gigantic as a lake. If you like pond fishing, that's your gig. Right there's your thing. But guys, all I have to say is thank you so very much for watching. We'll see you somewhere in the woods or on the water.